Welcome to an edition of Grizz Vision here at the NCAA Tournament. We're talking to head coach Nick O'Shea of the OU women's soccer team. Coach O'Shea, if you could just start with an opening statement about your team's match against Texas A&M tonight.
Well, first of all, I thought Texas A&M did a great job. I know, Coach G and the team. I mean, they were well prepared. They worked very hard. It was a physical game, which we knew it would be, but they moved the ball very well and efficiently. So a lot of credit goes to them for doing a good job tonight. I thought with my team, I think we came out a little intimidated and weren't challenging for the ball and things like that. So I think that put us behind. I think that, let them have things their way just a little bit. But we did okay. We weren't doing anything bad. And then, we made one mistake that allowed for the first goal to get in. But those things happen. And, once you start chasing the game, then it becomes harder and harder. But I was very proud of the team overall. They've accomplished a lot this year. They've done very well as a group. The seniors that we have are an awesome group of seniors, and they've had a good season. And and even when they came out, we came out in the second half and really stepped up the intensity of how we played. And I think, after them playing a half and then coming back, I think they were, a little less intimidated. So, hopefully we learn a little bit from that and play hard right from the start. And in the future, maybe turn things around.
And Coach, your program took a big step this year, advancing to the second round of the NCAA Tournament. Do you feel like perhaps the newness of the experience really had an effect this year, and do you think it's something that as the team continues to have this as a more common experience, hopefully, something that they'll deal with better, the bigness of the moment?
I think anytime you go into new territories, uncharted waters, so to speak, it's different. And so from the beginning of the year, we're talking about winning a game in the NCAA Tournament and getting over that hurdle, and then all of a sudden you do that, and then, you have to refocus and try and set new goals really fast for the players. And, it's not always that easy to then get up for the next goal, even though, obviously a big moment. But, yeah, so I think it'll help us in the future because we'll start talking about winning 2 or 3 games in the NCAA Tournament instead of 1. So I think they'll be ready to win the first one and then move on.
All right, Coach, and if you could just touch on how big was it that Texas A&M scored kind of early there in the first half?
Yeah, I think it was very big. Like I said, we made that one mistake that let them in, kept them on sides, and it was a good shot. Shannon got her hand to it, but still went in. But we knew she was a handful, and we knew if we gave her any chances, it was going to be tough. Yeah, obviously when you get a goal, gives Texas A&M then a little more momentum, a little more confidence, a little more ease from the standpoint of playing the ball around and not having to take risks. So. It made a huge difference.
And finally, Coach, while you might be obviously disappointed now, what do you perceive as the impact of the success that your team has had this season?
Well, I think we received a lot of media attention. Whether it's on the Twitter, Facebook, anything. So I think that always helps. Our program as well as the university. So I think that's very good. So. And I think the young players, with the experience, I think they'll, it'll give us a stepping stone to carry on and do more. And hopefully now they'll even work harder. I mean, they've worked very hard in practice and training and done everything we asked. But I think, they'll be ready to do even more after they rest and recover, come back in.
All right, thank you.